Hello folks, today we'll discuss on seasonal tendency. So we're going to be highlighting ideal seasonal tendencies and higher time frame analysis. This is going to be specifically dealing with foreign exchange or FX players. Okay, before we begin, just a reminder that seasonal tendencies are a tendency. So there are no panacea. There are not to be all in all, there are not a solution, there are just roadmaps of what has happened in the past with the price action. So when we look at these charts, the orientation is for instance for the forex pair US dollar and Aussie dollar on the left, futures price, seasonal tendency. And the right chart on the right, US dollar index, seasonal tendency for the futures price. So what I'm sharing with you, the ideal seasonal tendency, what we are actually looking at is we are comparing the two seasonal tendency charts. We are looking for the most diametrically opposed price action between the two. So when we are focusing on high probability, or in my definition, an ideal seasonal tendency is when the underlying market is predisposed to go in a direction that seasonal tendency is being outlined in here. So it doesn't mean every single year the seasonal tendency may not come to fruition, but that's okay. It's a general rule of thumb. There is plenty of these seasonal tendencies as we go through the major pairs, so there is something always every year that would set up a potential long-term trade. You see here on the Australian dollar the strongest seasonal tendency in contrast to that of the dollar index on the right. The shaded in area here shows the strongest tendency for Australian dollar futures prices to rally in March and make a top sometime in May now. There is a true we should see a sell-off in the dollar index. And we do. In fact, see that same scene occurring between March and a decline making a low in a May. So between the two, we have a qualified ideal scenario for the Australian US dollar pair in FX to rally because it's the first currency in the name of the pair Australian dollar Aussie. Looks at the rally at time of year. Same time the dollar index saw the pair construction, in a way design, when we watch price of Aussie dollar. When we see price rallying on the chart, we actually seen the rise of Australian dollar futures, or I'll show you in prices, versus lower prices on the dollar index. So in an ideal scenario, this trade would be best suited to be found on a long-term primary bullish market, or if we made a long-term low, we could potentially test this theory in terms of catching a long-term trade. Alright, okay, our next pair we are going to look at is a New Zealand dollar or Kiwi coupled with a dollar index on the left hand side. That's the New Zealand dollar futures contract seasonal tendency. And again, on the right hand side, it's the US dollar index futures seasonal tendency. See here again, just like we saw in Australian dollar, we can see a rally that's typically for March-April time period, making a high in May for the New Zealand dollar futures price, and again. If it's true, we're going to see a contrasting sell-off at the same time of the year again. We do see that May-April high and low forming in a May now. They're only focusing on their highest ideal long-term setup. I'm not looking for every possible scenario for a seasonal play, but for long-term analysis, we are focusing only on the most obvious ones that jump off the chart, and they have historical data to support it. And again, because it's a tendency, it doesn't mean it's going to happen every single year. So the best scenario would be when you are in a bullish condition and you are seeing underlying bullishness for a New Zealand dollar, this seasonal tendency. Should we have an effect on price that time of year between March and April, we should be seeing seasonal low, and for a couple of months you see a rally up into around May. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Also go below this video, I'm sharing link for free indicators, those I bought from one reseller. All these indicators quite priceless, so they have very good price on the internet. It's not cheap, but from my page you can get them for free. Also later I will share with you link for this guy, and if you are interested in getting more indicators, courses, some tools for trading, whatever, just I'm recommending him. You can message him and get whatever you want. So because I'm getting from him and I'm making money on the market. Alright, thanks for watching. Smash the button, give me the like, subscribe on my channel, and I will share more useful stuff with you guys. Thank you.